everyone. Thank you for joining me on another episode of The Katrina Johnson Show. This is actually my first visual recording of it, so I'm really excited and I hope you enjoy the show. And as always, I'm just so grateful that you're taking the time to listen in. And today I want to talk about something that is something I posted earlier today. It was a reel that I posted online, and the title is The Three Things I Wish I Knew When I Was Younger. And my three things that I wish I knew when I was younger was being shy is no excuse for not living up to my potential. The second one was I don't have to do it all. Delegating is okay. And then the third thing that I wish I knew when I was younger is life is a series of experiences to help me be a better person. Now, we don't know things sometimes until we actually have experienced things, right? And I always say, when you know better, you do better. And we're not handed a book of life. Let's just be real. We are born, we come into this world, we learn the rules. As a child, we are guided by our parents, our teachers, authority, and we're taught the basic things of life. We grow up, we become an adult, and no one teaches us how to be a spouse. We get married, we have children. They're it's just like you learn as you go. We don't get a handbook on how to be the best spouse, how to be the best parent, how to parent, right? So we learn as we go. And so I'm really big on learning, lifetime learning. And I know that I'm not the only one that feels like probably in my younger years, I would get maybe upset with myself because of the things that um, I could have avoided, things that didn't go my way, things that I just didn't know, and just looking back, and I say, wow, I really messed up. And you can get into this mood of just feeling low and woe is thou, and just feeling sorry for yourself. And so that's where forgiveness comes in. And most importantly, knowing that life is about learning and experiencing things that is teaching us along the way. So we want to pick up those lessons along the way. And that's basically what ends up happening. We learn the lessons and we move on. And hopefully we can share the lessons with others. So let's talk about my first thing that I wish that I knew when I was younger. And that was being shy is no excuse for not living up to my full potential. Um, some of you may know, I've spoken about it before, that I was a very shy individual as a young person, as a child. Um, when I was around my family and people I was really close to, I wasn't shy. I mean, if I was around someone that I didn't know very well, and my family members, were around, and the other person would say, "Oh, she's such a quiet person." They look and say, "No, she's not that." But yes, at school, I was very shy. I was not the child to raise her hand to volunteer for one thing at all, and was really upset in my sixth grade year. The teacher had made me the line leader of the girls. So she would choose a student every, I don't know, month or so. And this particular month, it was my turn to be the line leader. And I was just so nervous. And to top it off, the boy line leader that she chose happened to be someone that I didn't like. This guy, he liked me, And, in sixth grade, I wasn't trying to like a guy, and I just didn't like him. And so he was the boy line leader, and I was the girl line leader. And so if I had known what I know now, that would have been an opportunity for leadership. And that's all she was doing, is instilling leadership in the students. Um, what ended up happening though is we moved, my family moved, and so that put me in another school district. And I was so happy that I didn't have to continue on that path of leading the girls in the line. I was just so excited. Now, that is really not growth minded, right? That's just like a fixed mindset. I accepted the fact that I was shy, and the truth is, I was shy, but I was ready to live there. I was ready to live there in that lane of shyness. But life teaches you, right? And as I got older, I did get over the shyness little by little. Um, I got over it, and I met a person, a friend of mine. We were best friends back in the day, and she was the total opposite of me. She was very much an extrovert, and I was the introvert. But we were really close, and so just being around her pretty much helped me to kind of get out of that as well. And then, once I started working in the public eye, that helped me as well. So I got out of that, not shy like I used to be, but I'm still an introvert. So, but I'm much more outgoing than I used to be. So that was the first thing I had to learn. And at the time, it wasn't a learning lesson to me. It wasn't anything that I thought I could ever overcome. I was just in that mindset of accepting it. And it's our mindset. The mindset that we have, we choose, right? And so I am just happy that I've learned to move forward. And I believe a lot of people who have that same shy personality, they can, say over the years they've learned in one way or another to get by. So kudos to me. I pat myself on the back for that and learning, and then can look back and see what I did, how I did it, and I'm grateful that I'm no longer there. So the second thing is, I don't have to do it all. Delegating is okay. I don't know where I got that personality from, where I feel like if it's not me taking care of this or that, if I don't do it, it's not going to be done right. I am such a, I guess you could say, someone said to me about a year ago, I was at an event, and we were setting up for the event. We were putting the food out and everything, and one of the other members of this group that I had was a part of said, "Oh, you're such a mama bear," and that's right. I like serving, and serving is a good trait to have, because I believe we're all to serve in some way, form, or fashion. And so I tend to just go overboard with it, right? And to the point where I don't, or didn't, I'm going to speak in past tense because I've grown a lot with that as well. But I didn't, allow the other person the opportunity to serve or to learn. And let me just take it home, or bring it home, to just being a mom. Um, I don't think I allowed even my daughters, maybe one, got in the kitchen a lot with me, but I didn't really allow them to do a whole lot when it came to cooking, because number one, I like to cook, and I don't know, it's just something that I was just thinking, okay, I'm the mom, I need to do this, I need to feed my children, and so on and so forth. And a lot of that I got from my mom, because she was really good at making sure her family ate, right? We had home cooked meals. Fast food was a thing of, like, it wasn't even hardly a thing back in the day. It was a treat to go to McDonald's, at least in my family. But my mom, I got a lot of the way I do things and raise, my kids from her. But even then, I learned to cook from her. And I just don't remember her saying, "Come into this kitchen and I'm going to show you how to fry chicken," or anything like that. I was just the child that wanted to be involved, and I made myself, um, I made myself be involved. I just was there. I just wanted to be in the kitchen, and I wanted to learn. I was inquisitive about that. But having children that may not be inquisitive or wanting to, step up to the plate, I think I did them a disservice in that area, But nevertheless, even when it comes to work, I tend to want to take it on, being that yes person. Someone comes to me and they say, can you do this? I need this by such and such a time. Yes. The yes comes out before I even process what I have to do or what I already had scheduled on my plate. Well, that is again a thing of the past. I have learned to work through that as well. And even most recently, I had to delegate a whole lot of stuff to my assistant because I am going on vacation. Actually, I'm on vacation as I record this podcast. And so there were some things that she had never done before, but I had to just ship it into gear, right? And make her aware of what needed to take place. And I have full confidence and trust that and faith that she's going to do a great job. So I have learned over the years and really most recently how to let go, how to let go and allow others to grow. That's very important, especially when you're in leadership. The third thing is life is a series of experiences to help me to be a better person. That kind of goes back to the first point I was talking about, how we don't really we don't get a handbook in life, right? So when we're young, we don't understand why certain things happen, and we're trying to figure things out. And the goal is to go through the process, learn the lessons along the way. And so as we get older, I believe that we begin to see that because we have a different outlook on life. We've experienced some things, and now we can show others and we can share with others our stories, our experiences that can help them. And if we look at life that way, it's kind of um, it's kind of a nice journey, because if we're still here and we wake up every day, we can look back and say, wow, I've been through that, I did that, I got through that, and be grateful for the lessons along the way. Maybe the situation wasn't the best, maybe maybe things happen against our own will, but the fact that we are here to tell our story, we are here to maybe help someone else, and just knowing that we've learned along the way, and that's what life is about. We're not going to always get it right. We have to be cognitive of the fact that we are here on this journey, on this earth plane, to learn some things, to share some things, to serve. And whatever it is that we go through in life, we're to enjoy the journey. And I know we hear that a lot, and it's, beginning to sound like, something that like a broken record, but that's the truth. So we don't always know and understand at the time that we're going through something. But if we look at it through the eyes of, okay, this is just going to help me to be a better person. I'm done. And I've just shared with you guys the 3 things that I wish I knew when I was younger. And I know we all have a story to tell when it comes to that. And there's many more than 3, right? But I hope you guys got something out of that. And share this podcast. Share the podcast with someone that you think could benefit from it. I hope you got value from it. And as always, stay inspired.